What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode, we are going to be looking at XRP, Solana, as well as Ethereum, Bitcoin, Vong, and the S&P 500. Guys, we have a lot to go over in today's episode. Yesterday, we made a video, on Friday, we made a video talking about how the markets are exploding right now, how we called it, and how there is a massive rally to the upside here. You can see going back to BidFi right here, if I go to Ethereum and show you guys the most recent trade that we made, you can see transaction history. We made a trade that pretty much, it doesn't even show you the percentage. We were up about 70%. It was absolutely insane, and I wish it showed you that because that would have been phenomenal here. But we were up about 60 to 70% on the trade on Ethereum. It was extremely easy, and we're going to have the opportunity to do several more very soon, so definitely stay tuned for that. But we're going to be covering XRP's descending fractal that is continuing to kind of pan itself out here. We're also going to be looking at Solana, which did see this beautiful rally to the upside here. This is what we expect to see possibly happen with the rest of the cryptocurrencies. Descending broadening wedge, massive explosion to the upside here. Ethereum doing a very similar thing. So Ethereum and Solana are really trading very neck and neck with each other here, which is good. There's some correlation going on. Bitcoin is more with XRP, I would think here. Major correction. It's pretty crazy. You know, we have Ethereum explode to the upside, and we have Bitcoin reverse to the downside here. But we've managed to hit moving average on the daily chart, which in my opinion is certainly good news and could lead us to some more volatility or swings back to the upside now that we have finally made contact with a bottom support. But moving on from that here, you can see Vong, the Russell 1000, had a beautiful little rebound off here as of Friday. So we'll see if that's going to continue to pan out. Same thing with the S&P. It's actually quite interesting here. They both kind of had major swings to the upside and another major swing to the upside. So I might actually delete some of these for the time being, because until we can confirm closure below the beautiful uptrend that we've now discovered, we're still going to be heading to the upside here. So it's phenomenal. But we're going to talk about NOMY, who is the sponsor of today's episode, which we'll show you right in a second here, or go over in a second. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Let's get right into today's episode. Huge shout out to NOMY for sponsoring today's video. For those that don't know, they're a global platform for growing and managing digital wealth. And honestly, the timing couldn't be better. The crypto bull run, as you can tell, is heating up. Alt season is just around the corner, and people are looking for safe ways to position themselves for what's coming. Now, I've been researching opportunities, and what stood out to me is how NOMY has quietly built a serious foundation since 2019. This isn't a fly-by-night project. They're fully licensed, publicly backed by strong institutional support, and have a clear vision for long-term growth in the digital asset space. If you want to check them out, their official site is nomyfi.com, and I'll have a link to it down in the description. And they're also very active on X at NOMY Finance, where you'll see them involved in major crypto events and discussions. Now, when you land on the homepage, you'll notice that they showcase real metrics, press mentions, and even shoutouts from top traders across YouTube and X. It sets the tone that this is a professional established platform. Another important page worth visiting is their licensing section at nomyfi.com/licenses. Transparency matters, and here you'll find legal documents that prove NOMY is a regulated and compliant company. A big deal in a space where that's often overlooked. From the main menu, you can get a feel for the scale of their ecosystem. It's not just one product. They've got staking, lending, a launch pool, token information, and full company details all laid out clearly. But what really caught my attention is their staking page inside the private section of their platform. This is where users can earn crypto daily in a secure, structured way. With so much noise out there, having a reliable option for staking and wealth growth is exactly what many people are searching for as the next cycle ramps up. Now, I want to show you the deposit process. I'll make 2 deposits between 5 and 10K and stake for about 9 to 12 months, and profits should be earned in Bitcoin, XRP, or even XLM. And I'll also be doing a shorter 3-month deposit, which I'll convert into NOMY tokens. That way I can join the presale and potentially benefit from both the APY and the expected price growth of NOMY after their planned Q4 2025 listing, where the team is targeting a 5x plus upside. The takeaway is this: this. NOMY is positioning itself as a hub for digital wealth management, bridging institutional-grade infrastructure with everyday users who want real opportunities without unnecessary risk. So if you're curious, I encourage you to explore the platform for yourself at nomify.com. Click through the pages, check their socials, and see the depth of what they're building. And again, huge thanks to NOMY for sponsoring today's episode. Otherwise, let's get back into the technical analysis. So guys, diving into the technical analysis, or starting off today's episode here, current CMC CoinMarketCap 50 on the fear and greed. Good to finally go back to support here. Very interesting. Finally starting to consolidate here. You can see as I scroll down, some of these cryptos have had major slips and corrections here, like Bitcoin. Ethereum, not so much, trading sideways. XRP, major slip. BNB, sideways consolidation. Solana, same thing. But for the most part, it's either we're consolidating or slipping lower here, which isn't bad. It really isn't that bad, especially when these cryptos just had a very large reversal or rally to the upside here. You can see we just drew this in on Friday, the explosive rally that took place on Ethereum here. So it's really not, we're really not doing too bad at all. We made, like I said, a 60 to 70% trade here, which was so easy. Took advantage of BidFi's trailing stop loss, which was super easy here. So you could just see the entry that we made, position history here. It shows a long position. I wish it showed us the percentage here, but basically we entered at $4,500 and we exited at $4,787. So it was a very, very, very easy position to take advantage of here. You can see pretty much where we entered, where we exited here. I don't even know if it will show you here. But ideally, this is the trade here. There was a very easy long position. And we just put a trailing stop loss of like $100. So you can see we entered at 45, which was right over here. And then we exited at 47.87, which was much higher. So from 45 all the way up to here, which was where we exited the market. So pretty much at the top. And that is the convenient part about using a trailing stop loss. Phenomenal feature. It's an easy way to lock in gains here. So I highly recommend you check that out. And we'll be making more trades later on in later on the channel here for you guys to pay attention to. But you can see XRP, beautiful descending broadening wedge, beautiful lower high, lower low, filling in this gap very nicely here as we slowly start to consolidate downwards here. And as you can see, as we fill in this gap here, we're noticing another descending fractal. Like we're in a much larger one in blue, and these typically break bullish, beautiful rally in, filling the gap nicely. What I think is convenient is the fact that XRP has finally hit, or we got very close to hitting that moving average here. And to me, I mean, even if we do decide to dip lower than the white band that's going across here, regardless, it has a bullish tendency. Like regardless of how we look at this, we are in a bull flag formation here. So even if we do just slide a little bit lower, it still is bullish to me that we'll end this with a very large correction outside of major downtrend here. So it'll be a very easy position to really take advantage of here. Once we confirm closure above this, beautiful buying opportunity to rally to the upside here. So definitely make sure to pay close attention to XRP, because once we confirm closure above major resistance here, $3 and like, I don't know, 6 cents and a closure on a daily chart here, it'd be the easiest position to take advantage of. It really would be so easy to just buy in and then long to the upside here. So pay close attention to XRP charts. Solana looks good too. We are starting to see the descent right now. We did break out of the beautiful descending fractal, bullish as ever. Came back or coming back down to retest moving average here. But likely, I would suspect that we do decide to head back up, but I think we need to cool off just a little bit more. And if anything, allow markets to kind of, draw another technical indicator, at least on Solana. I think there's not enough information, at least on Solana, to gather, or get an idea of how to trade this. So in my opinion, I think we should just leave it alone for right now. And then once we get that confirmation, once we get some sort of technical pattern forming here, that's when we can take advantage of the trade. Because right now we're just kind of floating and sitting ducks. So definitely stay tuned on Solana. Put this on the back burner. XRP looks good. Ethereum also very similar. We just had our rally to the upside here. That was the pump. Now we're kind of consolidating. Let's see if on the daily charts we have any sort of news other than the fact that we are way too overextended here. Possibly could start drawing some sort of top and bottom here, but again, way too early to tell. It's way too early. With only 2 points of confirmation, this is not enough evidence to confirm some sort of uptrend here. So, but we'll leave it on for right now because it could possibly reveal something. So we're going to leave it for right now. Good chance we'll come back down and retest this, and then again, we'll have another buying opportunity. If we come back down to retest here and close, Another buy-in for a long position is certainly could become available. So pay attention to Ethereum as well. Bitcoin looks good. Bitcoin's one of those cryptos that like has finally consolidated to its endpoint. So there's a chance now that we could finish up. We beautifully consolidated, filled in the gap, retest moving average. I'm expecting to see a reversal. We'll see if it takes place. I would hope it does. I would hope we confirm closure through here and rally up. But intra-trading inside of here is a little aggressive. I don't really like to do that. You certainly could. But ideally, we could expect to see a rebound off here. All the other cryptos don't show like volume for a rally to the upside here. So I'd be a little more patient. But we certainly could see a reversal upwards here. And then to wrap up today's video, Vong and the S&P 500, they look phenomenal if you ask me. I mean, we had to adjust the charts, tweak them a little bit, but it has allowed us to pretty much confirm with certainty supports and resistances here. So I likely think we're going to continue to see this movement to the upside here. I really, really, really do. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and we'll slowly start to scale up higher. Same thing with the S&P. I mean, again, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movement here. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and now I expect to see the same thing kind of take place here. But that's going to be it for today's video. Definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Again, huge shout out to NOMY for sponsoring today's episode, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.